Hi guys, in the previous two lessons we had a look at linking morality throughout the play. We had a look at success criteria and mark schemes of how we would approach the answer. I even modelled some analysis of a motif that you could use in your own essays. Now what we're going to do in lesson 3 is we're going to have a look at a model answer. Sorry, I've just had a drink of my coffee and now I'm choking. Don't worry, no one be concerned, it's fine. Right, write the date and title for me please if this is a new day for you. If not, just do a little subheading, which is lesson 3. So this is the question we've been presented with. Let's just dig straight in because I'm excited for you to start writing. So all of our answers are going to be centered around the theme of morality. I've already spoken about a myriad of ways that you can approach this, and I've also highlighted some quotations you can start with in this extract. Because it's 30 marks, I would say a minimum of 3 paragraphs. If you imagine 10 marks per paragraph. It's not as structured as that, but that's how I like to break it down for pupils. An examiner doesn't literally mark 10 per paragraph, just so you know. But if you only give 1 paragraph, then you definitely will not succeed in achieving those 30 marks. So you want 3 paragraphs showing a range of quotations and ideas which show the development of this theme. Here I have got a model paragraph. This would get probably top of level 4, just scraping into level 5, potentially if I wrote 3 paragraphs like this. We're going to read through it together, and I want you to pause the clip afterwards and have a little look if you can identify the parts of the success criteria in my answer. So let's read through. Shakespeare explores the theme of morality through the corrupt character of Macbeth. This character and his path of sin is one that the audience should learn a moral message from, the negative consequences of committing regicide. As this was a monarchical society, Shakespeare sought to solidify the rule of King James through his play and to deter all those who sought the king's power. This is demonstrated by the damning consequences of Macbeth's regicidal thoughts, deeds, and supernatural soliciting. The first glimpse of immorality from this character is in Act 2, Scene 1, as Macbeth famously utters the line, "Is this a dog I see before me? The handle towards my hand." Shakespeare may have chosen to emphasise the image of the noun hand here. To emphasise the connection Macbeth is feeling between his hand and the dagger, the character is pulled by his own sinful ambitions to reach for the murder weapon he has manifested in his mind out of both desire for power, but also guilt for the crime he knows he should not commit. It is within his own hands that Macbeth murders the king's. It is with his own hands that Macbeth murders his king, and thus commits the ultimate immoral act that will taint his soul. That will taint his soul. Classic Muslim, right? This is a poignant scene for the audience as they witness a once noble, moral man be lured into temptation by his own greed and sinful interactions with the supernatural. Okay, have a little read through for me again. I apologise for my typos. I would like to have a little look through and see if you can identify parts of my success criteria in the answer. Press pause and have a little look. Okay, so I actually start my answer with intentions. I like to start with intentions because I think it just shows the marker that I clearly understand the play. I can link in the questions simultaneously, so it shows a high level skill because I'm doing 2 things at once. I've also embedded quotations. I've also embedded quotes that I'm not necessarily analysing. That shows a high level of understanding of the play because I am just weaving in these Shakespearean lines within my own writing to show that I have a clear grasp on the play. Supernatural soliciting is something that appears in Act 1 when Macbeth and Banquo are discussing the arrival of the witches. It says the supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. So I want you to think about that in your writing. Are there ways that you can just use Shakespeare's words to enhance your own? Make sure you always put quotes around them, quotation marks. Then I analyse the quote as a whole. And I think about this motif, this connection of the body and the mind. I talk about the character being pulled by his own sinful deeds. I zoom in on the noun hand. The other thing I probably could have made more explicitly is maybe even using the word motif. And then I link back to the effect on the audience and the question. Now my analysis section here could definitely have been bigger, it definitely could have been more sophisticated, and I 100% could have linked to other parts of the play, but I was restricted by the size of my PowerPoint, and I also want you to think about beating my answer. I want you to write better than me, okay? So this is a decent level. I do hit parts of success criteria, but these two sections could 100% have been bigger. These bits here in the middle and towards the end. Could have linked to other parts of the play, could have linked to Macbeth, could have linked to the witches, could have explicitly used the word motif. So think about this with your own writing. You may think, oh, I've written a really good paragraph, but there's always things you can improve on. Use this as a good platform for your writing. Use the notes that we've previously created from the other two lessons. Please use the revision slides that are available on the classroom page and have a go at writing your essay. I will be attaching a Word document for you to write your answers on, and then I will give you a mark. All the best, and if you need me, send me an email.